Okay, so I'd like to say thank you very much for welcoming me into your beautiful home.
Welcome.
Yeah, what a transformation is the first thing I'm going to say to you. The thing for me is, or the whole point of this vlog when we started doing it was to be able to open up people's imaginations onto what they can make their own property look like. And I think you guys have done an amazing job.
Well, it was certainly a transformation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing like what we bought
No.
in any way.
Yeah.
The only bits that are original pretty much are the window glass and the window handles. So new kitchen, new bathroom, new flooring, new ceiling, new lights, new tiling throughout, front and back, in the terraces and in the apartment. New feature tiled walls in the bedrooms.
Yeah.
So pretty much and all the doors painted white, all the woodwork painted white. Pretty much everything has been changed other than the window handles and the window glass. So yeah, transformation.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Now, I have to let people into a little secret, which I didn't do when we was doing the little vlog of your transformation, is when we initially started looking at properties, you had properties listed under nicknames.
Yeah.
And I think people should know the nickname of this property.
This one was called Old Stinky because when we first was shown it by yourself, I can remember at the door you stood and you said, before you'd opened the door, before we'd seen anything, you said, ignore the smell, ignore the lack of privacy from the next door neighbour.
Yeah.
And I couldn't actually get beyond he said ignore the smell.
Yeah.
This is an estate agent who's showing us something who forewarns us before he's opened the door.
Yeah.
But once we opened the door, we realised why you said ignore the smell. It absolutely stank. It stank to the point where my partner didn't actually want to buy it. She didn't like it, but it was all the fixable stuff that she didn't like. She didn't like the small kitchen. Primarily she didn't like the smell.
Yeah.
The smell put her off everything.
Yeah.
That was a silly move on the part of the person selling the property, because for €7 that smell was cured.
Yeah.
So had they spent €7 on the place initially before marketing, it probably would have sold much quicker than what it did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Lessons to be learned, I think.
yeah, completely. If someone's interested in selling a property, make sure it looks right and smells right. Don't spend, you don't have to spend thousands on it. That smell was literally the chrome cap in the bathroom, which was 15 years old, letting the smell of the drains come up into the apartment and literally stink it out.
Yeah.
But also the windows hadn't been cleaned in 3 years. You couldn't see through them when they were that dirty.
Yeah.
Things like the size of the kitchen, you can't do anything about, you're stuck with that. But all of the other things, you really can, for a very small investment.
Yeah.
You can make the place very easy. You can make your job much easier.
Yeah.
Instead of greeting a client at the door with ignore the smell, let me show you this place that you might want to buy. Yeah. Luckily for you, I could see beyond that. Yeah. And I saw, this place represented everything that we wanted. The location, the fact that it was a blank canvas, that we could knock it about, we could take walls down, we could change it completely. Yeah. But what we hadn't done is bought something that was really good to start with, that if you then, and was priced accordingly, but if you then spent money on it, you'd probably be losing money, because you'd spent more than it would be worth at the end of it. Whereas we deliberately aimed for something that was something that nobody would want, but the location is exactly perfect. The views, we see the sun coming up, we see the sun going down. We've got a terrace that's half in full sun, half in shade. It's absolutely perfect. It really is. And that's the bit that I could see, but my partner couldn't. So she really didn't want to buy, she didn't like it. And for months, as we were having the transformation done, it slowly turned around on her. We came over having bought it, and we spent about 4 weeks cleaning things, painting railings, just going through the place. Nick spent 3 days solid hard graft cleaning it. Yeah. I mean, it really did need cleaning with a shovel. Yeah. But she spent 3 days really breaking the back of it. Yeah. Which left us just to do the not the internal decorating, the painting of the ironworks and stuff like that outside. Cleaning out the window boxes which get blocked up, and doing the maintenance really that had been lacking for 3 years. But yeah, what a transformation, complete new kitchen. We've now got more room from a small kitchen where you could pretty much touch both sides of the wall. We had a small galley kitchen, and we've got now a kitchen where we've got empty cupboards. We've got more room than we've got stuff for, and we are not skimping on stuff.
No,
we literally have more empty cupboards.
Yeah, I believe you when you say that, because I know what you're like with things.
Yeah.
So I do believe. But a quick question from me, obviously. Tracy was really, really concerned about the lack of sun on the terrace area. How are you finding it now in the height of summer?
Oh, it's brilliant. The thing that I would advise anybody in the UK against, in the UK we long for summer nights and summer days, they're not few and far between, but we always fly off on holiday to the sun. That's where we go.
We don't see a lot of it, do we?
Yeah. So you come here and you immediately think it would be lovely to live in a sunny place. We'll buy somewhere full on sun. It's different here. You don't want full on sun. You want to be able to choose whether you're sitting in the sun or whether you can get out of the sun. And I think some of the full south facing properties, that'd be fantastic. If sun is what you're after, that will give you that, but you won't be able to escape it.
No.
And what we wanted was something that we could sit in the shade if need be. And it's July now. It's hot. So it makes me laugh that the mirror in the bathroom, which tells the temperature, never moves from 28 degrees. 11 at night, 28 degrees. 7 in the morning, 28 degrees. Sun here is something that you don't want to aim for 100%. You want to have the choice.
Okay.
And that's the advice I would give anybody. And the other thing is its location and proximity to the beach. When we first discovered Hacienda Riquelme, because we had a friend who had a property here, I actually said, my initial thoughts when I saw it on a map were, it's miles from the beach. There's one restaurant and one bar. You're not going to be able to just go for a wander down by the coast at night because it's too far to wander. It's about 18 kilometres, I think, to the coast from here. And it's not a golf resort, and I don't play golf. So initially I was thinking, but we'll put up with it. We came here and we absolutely fell in love with the place for all of the reasons that I've just said were negatives. Yes, it's 20 minutes from the beach, but 20 minutes from the beach is not let's go out for the day and plan your day around getting up early and driving to at the drop of a hat. You can be, by the coast. We decided the other night to go for ice creams by the coast late at night, 7 at night, and we just had something to eat, and we said, let's just get in the car and go down to the coast for ice creams. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Now, if you bought a place on the coast, on the beach, which people might be thinking of doing, it's not going to be like in the movies where you've got a beachfront property. Unless you're uber rich, you don't own that beach.
No.
That's going to be full of tourists, whether you like it or not, because it's a public beach. And also, as the wind blows in, they blow that sand straight into your apartment. You will be forever cleaning it up. So we thought, actually, 20 minutes away from the coast is perfect. We can get to the beach. We've got access to many beautiful beaches here, but we haven't got the drawbacks of being on the beach that come with that, as is golf. Golf, it's a quiet sport. So, you have the windows open. You don't hear anybody shouting and chanting. You hear nothing. And you've got perfectly manicured lawns that someone else is responsible for to look out on. So really, what's not to love? And as for one restaurant, well, you only ever go out for one meal. They sell multiple different dishes. So you really don't need, you don't need all of the things that you think you need as someone from the UK buying over here. You don't want to aim for the sun. You don't want to aim for the beach. You want to aim for access to both of those.
No, I agree. Obviously, the benefit of the golf resort as well is the security. So we're in a safe and secure complex. Our security team here are absolutely fantastic. You must have come across them by now.
Absolutely, you see them driving by. I mean, we've got balconies at the front that overlook the road. You see them coming by regularly. You see them walking by, patrolling on foot in cars and on golf buggies all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just gives you peace of mind, doesn't it?
Completely. You can lock up and leave the place and not worry.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And obviously the last thing for me, I know we mentioned about only having one restaurant on the resort at the moment. The huge benefit for me is the village, which is less than 3 kilometres away.
Yeah, you could walk that. Yeah. If you really wanted to, you could walk that.
We do.
There is a cycle track road, footpath next to the road. You don't have to walk on the road.
No, we do it in the winter time. We tend to do it in the morning time with the little Buster. We'll walk up there. Buster's the dog, by the way. You'll get to meet him when I'm walking around the resort, no doubt, and say hello. But we walk up there, we tend to have something to eat, something to drink, and then walk back again. It normally takes you between 25 and 35 minutes, depending on how quick Buster wants to walk.
It's got good infrastructure, Sabina.
Brilliant.
You've got restaurants, you've got bars, and multiple restaurants, multiple bars. You've got a hardware store where we bought the barbecue gas. Petrol station.
Doctors.
Car wash.
Doctors.
Pharmacy.
Yeah. There's everything that you could want.
Absolutely, yeah.
So.
In a small, I suppose the village it's a bit of symbiosis with the golf resorts. The golf resorts have brought people, so the village has developed.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 supermarkets there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
And you think it is such a small place. Yeah. There's a supermarket on Hacienda Riquelme, which is fantastic. It's got fantastic stock. Yeah. So if you want to pop out and if you're renting here, you can go out and do a shop without any problem at all. If you don't have any transport.
Absolutely.
If you're staying here and you need a pint of milk, loaf of bread, an evening meal or something with a barbecue. Yeah. It's great. It's a fantastic resource. It really is.
So I think it's safe to say that we found a happy place for it.
Yeah, it's no more stinky. It's just amazing. It really is. Yeah, it really is. And my partner does now love the place.
That's it.
That's
success at that point. Yeah. I mean, I was genuinely concerned and worried when you told me that she wasn't happy. I felt like I'd potentially not done my job correctly, but as we've watched the transformation come from start to finish, it's actually nice to see huge smiles on both of your faces.
Well, I'll add on to that we dealt with multiple estate agents in the area. We looked at 25 properties. When we looked at this one, we looked at 25 other properties. And the one thing that we found was fantastic about dealing with yourself is your honesty. You are completely honest. You do not embellish anything for the sake of a sale. You tell it as it is, and you let the client make their own mind up whether as it is what they're after. And it just so happened it was exactly what we're after. So yeah.
And that's how it should be.
That's exactly how it should be, but it isn't always that way.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for allowing us to follow the journey all the way through from start to finish, allowing us to come to your beautiful home afterwards. But more importantly, we'd like to say thank you very much for allowing us to be your friends. Because I think we've made friends for life. So.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Bob.
Take care.